All right. I'm sure this is part whatever on this video, but last time we left off is we figured out how to do the reversed, you know what I mean, stamped image. So, bring back the beautiful book here, and you can kind of look and see what that looks like over here. This is the same matching paper, so it'll just blend in once I put it on there. So those will be in the background like that. And then I have a whole like stack of these, and they come with different cutouts and stuff, and you can use them as stencils or you can use the cutouts too, but this was the one I was going to use in the back, and the reason for it is because this part needs something to complete it, and double reasoning is so that I can put a magnet on the back of this and the back of the blue symbol thing, so that it will want to close like that. And then I was also thinking, probably gotta move that, keep that up there, I'm not sure. Also thinking using some chain of some sort, because that would look cool too. Yeah. But I'm still thinking about that part. Anyway, the reason why I brought this up is since I have the cutout of this, put that back up there, I can then glue that on later. I can then just trace this out. I could trace this out too, but this would be better, I think. On this is the color that I wanted to use, so that this would cover that. And then once I get that covered, glue that on, then I will put a magnet on the back here and a magnet on here and see if that will be good to close it. So I'm not going to cut this in half. I'm just going to glue it onto one side, so that way it'll still open and still be good to go. And that way I have somewhere to put the magnet that will keep that closed, kind of, or just the eye there, and then I'll have the chains close the rest of the part. Yeah, something like that. I was thinking about a tail too, coming from the front to the, you know, like a dragon's tail, but one thing at a time here. All right, let me do this, and then once I have more to show you, I will be back. All right, so I was just thinking, right, if I have this underneath, and if I glue these down, then I won't be able to open this up without this getting caught in all of the door or the gate bars. And I already bent the tip by trying to do that. So my other idea was making hinges, and I do have the metal hinges, but they did create too much bulk, and they also the Tim Holtz ones. They don't close all the way. So if I get real ones, I have these ones from a long time ago, and these close all the way, but they're so bulky, if you can see that. They're so bulky. I mean, I'll show you. So they would essentially go like this. And then I would use like brads or something to hold them in. That's just way too bulky for me, anyhow. So let's stick that back in my stash over here. And so my thought is I'll just make them. And we'll just use some, do I have any here? No, black, just regular black cardstock. That's not, let me check my extra papers here. On the bottom, I do have this long one I can use. I was just looking if there was smaller pieces, but I'm not going to go through there and try to figure that out right now. So, I need a ruler. How far do I want this to come out? So, a little less than ½ an inch. Because I don't want it to go past this door here, or this second bar. So, I will need to be able to glue it to the second bar. So, I would need it to be at least. So I'm going to do it 1 inch and then fold it in half and then cut off what I don't need. 1 inch wide. But then I want it to be, yeah, about 1 inch, 1 by 1. Let's try that. Move that out of the way. And then we're going to need 4 sets. My thing is getting a little bit dull, but it's whatever. I have another one there, but I can just sand it off. One. And then one more. All right. And then, so now I'm going to come in with my and do these at 1 inch, or sorry, ½ an inch. Fold these in half. They're all the same, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh. That has it its own spot now. I almost lost this. This is like one of my favorite, that is not straight. Sometimes I hold it to the edge so I can keep it straight. It's harder with smaller paper, but probably hard to see too, but I'm just pushing it toward the edge so that they could get even. because it's kind of important on this one. Side. This one's pretty darn good from what I can see. Okay. I'm going to sand those bits off. Could just change it. I have one more blade. I'm going to have to like do some reordering of a lot of things here because I need more blending foamy thingies. Oh, probably not do the edge. I'm gonna put some tape on the inside of that too, so it's, but what tape should we use? Because we're still gonna see the inside of it. Maybe we'll just do this black one. That way it's not as noticeable too. Or do we want it noticeable? Do we? Let's just go with this. Probably straight would be nice, Cynthia. Sorry if my head's in the way. Trying to get it straight, and it's still not straight. It's as straight as it's gonna get. Okay, I'm gonna glue this on here so that it can stay on there longer. Let that dry. Yeah, that one's not too bad. Just don't move. If I just go up and down. Who knew this was going to be a struggle? Okay. Gotten lucky so far. So this will help the folds be more sturdy and not rip. So again, just go like that. Just keep falling off my desk. I don't know what that was. All right. Okay, so kind of want to make it a little bit more fancier too. So I want to take like a hole punch and kind of do the corners. I wonder if this will punch it. Like that. Boom. Okay. And we'll do that to all of them. Right. That's kind of cool. All right, so I need to use, oh, I want these little ones. Mix them out. See what colors we want to do. I think I want to do like the brushed silver one, like that. There's a shiny one and then there's the brushed silver. So we're gonna need a few of those. See what we got here. Let me grab all these and then I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to have to do, one side's going to be glued down to the book, and then the other side's going to be glued to the gate. But I don't want people to see, I don't want to be able to see the back of the prongs. So I'm going to cut out matching matching length and width, of course, of the black cardstock, so that once I put the holes in, I'm gonna close it and put them in at the same time. Maybe like right here, and like this looks like a good area, and then I'm gonna do that to all of them, just so they're in about the same place. So I'm just matching up the corners like that, and then punching out. I just punched myself. Be careful. Okay, and this side. One more. Don't punch yourself. Oh, I'm bleeding. Hold tight. Okay, back. Yeah, here we are. I just put a band-aid on, obviously. These things happen. It's a dangerous hobby here in the craft room. All right. Now, I want, these are obviously just gonna be like faux. I need my little doohickey thing. Turn this sideways. And I'm gonna have to nip some of that off. Let's see. I have some. These are old, so I don't know if they're going to do the trick here. Is that enough? No. I'm gonna grab my other cutters. That was so much more easier. Okay. This one. I'm going to do that to all of them, and then show you here in a second. One more. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this on here. So that when it's glued to the gates, you will not see this part. So like, that's not the, okay, well, so if I have it right here, for example, I could still, I forgot about the extra, oh, no, it's fine. So then this will be glued on right here, and then glued onto there. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to do the same to the back as I did to the front, because you're gonna see it, so yeah. This is actually good. All right, I'm gonna finish doing these, and then I'll do these, and then I'll see you for the next steps. So I'm making the scales now. So basically all I'm doing is just cutting it from here and making it curved like that. And these are all leftover pieces from when I used to make a lot of my books with binding like the same binding as this book currently has right now. And these were just made ahead of time and some mistakes and stuff. So yeah, so I'm just using those ones first, but I got a whole stash over here that I can use, and there are a lot of them that have been scored already. So I'm gonna make a whole bunch of those, and so that I can make a tail and also make the scale coverings for with the dragon eye. So stay tuned.